Welcome back to Second Breakfast and our ongoing gaming discussions, bringing you the best thoughts, theories, and literary analysis this side of my Steam Deck.
In this episode, we'll be talking about Last Epoch, which is a landmark ARPG from 11th Hour Games. This game combines all the best elements of the most prominent games in the genre and makes something truly unique and special. So let's get into it.
All right, so we've been talking about Diablo 4 since before it came out. We did act-by-act coverage through the entire campaign. We've done episodes for every single season, sometimes two. Last season we did 2 episodes.
Yeah, we did, that's right.
I've done episodes on both Path of Exile games. We are invested in the ARPG landscape.
Absolutely.
Diablo 3 is how I crystallized my relationship with you and our mutual best friend, occasional co-host Tristan, who was on the Diablo. We are very well enmeshed in this genre.
I mean, Diablo 3 is how I got into games. Like, that was my gateway, right? So, yeah, I'm so excited to talk about this.
So, those are our bona fides. Mm-hmm. We are qualified to talk about this. Mm-hmm. And this game has been on my list, my wish list on Steam for the longest time. And I'm finally ready to talk about Last Epoch.
I'm so excited to hear about it. Because, listener, I did not play this game, but I'm excited to hear all about it. And I will definitely bring all my questions and thoughts.
And that maybe we should start there, because that was the joke at the beginning. This game is still PC exclusive. I cannot wait for it to inevitably come to console, but for right now it's PC exclusive. But thanks to the wonders of the Steam Deck, I've been able to play this game, and it's mapped to the controller perfectly. It was a wonderful experience on the go, plugging into the TV. The Steam Deck's fantastic. The reason I love this game, and this is, I had to develop a little thesis before we started, just so you had the right tag. This is the game I'm calling the Goldilocks ARPG.
Oh, cool.
Because it's got some Diablo 4, some Diablo 2, some Diablo 3, some Path of Exile, and even some Path of Exile 2.
Awesome.
And after beating this 9-act campaign, let me say that again, 9-act campaign, and doing some of the endgame, this is truly excellent.
How much have you been playing? How long did this take you?
So I put 25 hours in.
Oh, okay. That's significant.
And for almost all of that to be going through the campaign, that is formidable.
Yeah, absolutely. That's crazy.
And they're still going.
All right.
They're still working on more campaign content, and now they've started rolling out seasons with their own stuff.
Very cool.
So after beating this game, I couldn't be more excited about the future of Last Epoch, and that we have another fantastic, strong pillar in the ARPG space. It looks like Path of Exile, I would say. You haven't played this at all, so it looks more like Path of Exile. It's a little more realistic.
Okay.
But for me, at least, it plays like peak Diablo.
Oh, nice.
Specifically, there have been a lot of conversations about the difficulty in both Path of Exile games. I would say this is less difficult than either of those, maybe closer to PoE 1, but most importantly, it doesn't punish you for dying.
Oh, well, that's nice.
You come back a little bit far away, but you don't lose experience or whatever like you do in Path of Exile.
You lose experience when you die in PoE?
Yeah, a little bit. It's punishing.
That's mean.
So this,
sorry, that's mean. I should get more experience for dying.
I get that point.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
But I think difficulty-wise, it's closer to Diablo. And, Diablo 2 can be difficult. 3 rarely is, unless you're cranking the torment difficulties.
Yeah, right.
Same thing with 4. I think this is more in line with those, but there are moments where you need to be on your toes. If it's been a while since you've gotten a new great piece of gear, since you've leveled up an important skill, it'll get tougher. And you have to be more aware. I think it really strikes, again, with the Goldilocks thing, it strikes a perfect balance of difficulty where you have to stay aware of your surroundings. You have to be tactical, you have to be intentional. Your eyes aren't glazing over, just waiting for cooldown, spamming the same attacks.
Right.
There's an intentionality to this game that I really admire.
And we've talked about the importance of getting that balance down before, so I'm glad to hear that it sounds like this really nails it.
And to go a little deeper into those comparisons, with Path of Exile, there's a more realistic look. I would say the lighting engine is more reminiscent of the style of realism that I feel like Grinding Gear Games is going for within Path of Exile.
Okay.
But it's also the stunning, startling, incredible location variety. Every time we talk about Path of Exile, I rattle off 30 different locations that I just went to in the past couple hours of gameplay.
Yep.
This is like that, but even broader. Across these 9 acts, and I know they've been adding them piecemeal since the game has been out on Steam, It's crazy. It feels like 4 different games strapped together. I saw a promo video for the new season, and it's got dinosaurs in it. The variety is fantastic here.
Cool.
And that's what you want. Because as much as I love just the high gothic thing, I like to shake it up a little.
Yeah.
You want some desert stuff, you want some cold Viking stuff, and this gives you everything you could possibly want.
Nice.
For the Diablo comparison, this reminds me of kind of the things I loved about Diablo 3 that maybe weren't in Diablo 4 for a while. So I'm thinking of the really strong narrative focus, where I feel like Diablo 4 has become more about the more disposable seasons.
Yes, the story doesn't seem to matter very much in Diablo
The
anymore.
main narrative can be parked for just years at a time.
Yeah.
And this game is all about central progression of a narrative. There are occasional side quests, just a few, just enough to a little bit flesh out the world, and then you keep moving.
Okay.
Very much like how, do you remember the first time we played Diablo 4, there was that little side quest about the slaughtered calf inn?
I think about that all the time.
Exactly. It deepened the world, but it didn't fuck with the momentum.
Yes.
That's exactly how these sparing, smart side quests are deployed in this game.
Yeah, and to compare it to Diablo 3, the story in Diablo 3, is much more prominent than in Diablo 4. And it's like, I think about the story a lot when I think about Diablo 3. So that's cool that this is using that.
There's also a pure fun factor that Diablo 3 has.
Yeah.
There's color, there's energy, there's excitement, there's deaths, there's resurrections. It's fun and loud. And there's some of that here.
Cool.
But there's also just a relentless sense of progression, of getting new skill points, of getting new passive points, of improving your build, and not always improving it in the way you're expecting.
Ooh, okay.
Because I think that can be a pigeonholing effect as well. If you lean into, I'm going to do this, I'm going to have this one overpowered skill and just lean on pressing this one button the entire time.
It gets boring.
The first time I played PoE, I had a character who had this great rune or whatever it's called of electricity,
Don't ask
and
me.
I could basically just spam one button through the entire campaign. I didn't have that here. When I leveled up, and I constantly leveled up, different skills of mine would suddenly become way more powerful than anything I'd been using before.
Oh.
And that happened multiple times. So I would have to kind of wander within the build I'd chosen. I didn't use a build guide. I just went with rule of cool, whatever I wanted to do. And I loved that the game pulled me in different directions within the general umbrella of how I'd chosen to play the game.
Interesting.
It
That's
encouraged me to try new things without alienating me. Again, these are such difficult things to balance.
It's tweaking.
It's all the little persnickety, delicate Goldilocks elements.
So you couldn't like choose which skills you were sort of buffing. It was like,
Oh, you can to some
Okay,
degree.
okay.
But you'll notice accidentally that the points I just put over here made this other skill really powerful.
oh, okay, cool.
It
Well, that's
piques your
fun.
curiosity instead of forcing you in one direction.
Well, and that's the thing I like so much about Diablo 3 is that I feel like there's so much surprise factor. Like,
Yes.
I mean, you get to choose which like skills you decide to, inherit, but you don't know what they're going to be. And you just kind of like, when you get a new skill point, it's not even a skill point. It's like you leveled up and now you have access to a new X control and like, for your X key, like that's it. It's not like, I can choose to go this direction or this direction. So there's a nice surprise factor that I really enjoyed and like is very like, I don't know, very dopamine inducing.
Oh, totally.
So that's cool that element is here.
But I love that the game also rolls in some of my favorite features and quality of life elements and technical advantages that you get from where the Diablo franchise went after 3. So some things that it borrows from 4 and kind of pulls back in from Diablo 2 is the inventory system.
Okay.
It looks like Diablo 2 in that
Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah, but not everything takes up one slot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In 2, they're all varying sizes,
Yes.
each piece in there.
Yeah. So like a shield takes up like 10 cells, but
Exactly.
a gem is 1. Yeah.
This has something like that, and I'm totally used to that now after
Okay.
playing so much Diablo 4. Also, the difficulty kind of going up and down. I feel like there was more of a variable difficulty in Diablo 4 than we ever had in Diablo 3.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You also have options with how the map presents. You have the mini-map in the corner like you did for D3, but you can also do that great overlay.
Yeah, what you did in Diablo 2, right?
Yes, exactly.
And also PoE?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I
like
love
that.
having that option here. And I
Cool.
feel like I flitted between them really well.
Oh, okay.
In the same way, all of the maps, I like when they're linear. I like when they're all intersecting cobwebby things. I don't like, remember the fucking Khazra Den desert in
the
Diablo
Fields
3?
of Misery, yeah.
When it's
Truly
just a
the
big
Fields
blob.
of Misery.
I hate when the map is a blob.
Terrible.
This
yeah.
was not blobby.
Cool. Love
This
that.
was interesting, but not overwhelming.
and
Again,
there were
it's
distinct paths.
It's
Yeah.
all this Goldilocks shit. It's so hard to dial in these disparate elements.
It's nice when you can tell that like a creator, game developer, whatever, like also loves games.
Yes, this team is so obviously well versed
I mean,
in
like
the genre.
you would hope so, like, but still, it's it's nice. Like, and it's same thing in movies too. Like when a filmmaker loves movies, you can tell, and that makes the movie so much better. So yeah, that's cool.
There are also vendors and some reputation elements that maybe you could see echoed in something like Diablo 4.
Okay.
You also have a dodge ability.
Oh, nice.
Pressing
Yeah.
the B button,
Sure.
like you do in Diablo 4. And once you have that, it's really hard to go back. So
it is hard to go back from that. Yeah.
I was very glad that was here.
Okay, nice.
Doing a little class update, because this is something we do in all of our Diablo episodes.
Yeah.
And I've purposely avoided talking about this so far. I played as a rogue.
Nice.
So I've been playing some Elden Ring Night Rain.
That's not hard to say
tricky.
at all. My God.
Elden Ring Night Ring with Tristan.
Yes.
And there's this archer character called, I had it
I
until
don't know
like a
his
second
name.
ago.
Don't ask
Iron
me.
Eye.
Okay.
And Tristan plays as Iron Eye, and he's very good. It's a
Okay.
fun character. I've
Okay.
I've tried to get better at it when I'm playing alone, just so I can show up to the party prepared.
Which of you is better at the game? Say it here
Probably
right
him,
now. Yeah,
but
okay.
he's also played more of it.
Calling him out.
We
I
make
see.
a good team.
proud
Maybe
of
that's probably the true answer.
Okay.
I played as a rogue, and each class, it kind of previews, this is the class you're choosing, and then there are three kind of
Like a subclass.
subclasses, I
Yeah,
guess.
okay.
You can, I don't know. I was going to say concentration because I went to fucking
Specialties.
grad school.
Concentration.
There are three of those.
What's your area
like,
of focus?
subclass choices you have within each class.
Uh-huh.
But I was thinking about Iron Eye from Elden Ring, so I wanted just to be the bow fantasy. I wanted to do the
nice.
whole Legolas thing.
Got it.
And it's so cool because you hit a point in the campaign where you have enough points in the skill tree for your class that it tells you, okay, now we're going to specialize into one of those three. You've gotten acclimated to the class, maybe you know what you like, what you don't like, and then you get another skill tree.
Oh,
So
wow.
next time you level up, you can put more points into the base class skill tree, or you can put them into, I chose like this marksman all bow skill tree.
So you don't decide your subclass at the beginning?
You don't have to.
That's nice because sometimes it's like, I don't know what I want to do. I want to see what this feels like. I don't know this game. That's really nice.
You
I
have
like
to
that.
be, I think, a certain level and have a certain number of skill points invested to unlock the secondary tree.
Okay.
So you're not overwhelmed by choice. It's not like
That's
that
nice.
endless constellation of skills in
Assassin's
PoE.
Creed.
Well, yeah, but PoE probably has the most exorbitant one.
Oh yeah, I've
but
seen
yes,
that too.
it's the same
terrifying.
principle.
Okay, cool.
So I leaned into bows and the pure archer fantasy, like the rapid fire thing with the demon hunter
Yeah.
in Diablo 3. I wanted just that with elements and power and the whole Legolas thing.
Cool.
And it worked. It worked for me really well. I ended up specializing in fire skills.
Ooh.
So I leaned into all the perks on my items that could give me a stronger chance to ignite enemies.
Cool.
And you can see the little bit of data up below their health bar on the top middle of the screen. You can see how many stacks of fire damage you're doing. So I have so many incendiary elements and tweaks and buffs and little benefits and runes that the second I start hitting something, that number is piling up. And I've got like
Nice.
dozens of those on an enemy, and it melts the health bar.
Were you shooting like flaming arrows and stuff?
Yeah,
Okay.
eventually.
Yeah, very
And
cool.
I had another skill that I leaned really hard into lightning, because different types of enemies in all of these different locations are more or less vulnerable to different types of attacks.
Oh, sure.
So
yeah.
by the end, I had some just physical damage, some just straight, punchy shit. I had a lot of fire, and then this one really good kind of area of effect lightning skill.
Nice.
Where I leveled into the chance it had to shock nearby enemies. So anytime there was a group of enemy, I shock them and then burn the rest of them to death.
Oh, that's
it
cool.
I felt powerful as much as I felt challenged, again with another Goldilocks
That's
element.
hard to balance. Yeah.
It was so fun. It was so investing, but also rewarding.
What
It's so
other-
tricky to balance this.
Yeah. What other kinds of classes are there in this game?
There's a necromancer.
Yeah.
I mean, there's basically everything you're looking for.
Okay, like a barbarian
Yeah.
and like a sorcerer or a wizard or something, and like okay, cool.
And they
Yeah.
all, with their subclasses, I mean, you basically triple the amount
Well,
of
right.
viable builds you have.
Yeah.
But they all look compelling. I just
Cool.
happened to be in the mood because of Elden Ring for this
Sure.
one.
Yeah. I'm just curious. Yeah.
But I can't overemphasize how each new level up tangibly changed and powered up a skill, or pushed me in a new direction with a different skill. Because I was switching out the attacks that were equipped to each button, just because I wanted to try new things. I never felt locked into one build. I never felt pushed to use a build guide. These are all fantastic testaments to this game.
Sounds really exciting. Yeah.
And the points in the passive skills, constantly managing the inventory, I will say, there was a lot of items. There was a lot of loot dropping in this game, but
Okay.
it has a full loot filter.
Oh, so
where
what does
you
that
can
mean?
so you can tell it like, I don't want to deal with any blue items.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
beyond that. I don't want to deal with yellow items.
Nice.
So they just go away.
Is it easy to compare loot?
Yes.
Okay.
So I wanted to talk about that. So playing on the controller, and this is mapped, it's verified for Steam Deck. So this is not someone creating this on the side. This is right there from
so
the developer.
it actually works. Yeah. Uh-huh.
If you use the right stick at all, because you don't really use the right stick when you're playing D4.
Yeah, I guess you don't. Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
So if you use the right stick, it basically turns into a cursor.
Oh, okay.
So you can just wander over to the item and instantly see its stats and pick it up if you want.
Well, that's nice rather than trying to scroll through all of them with the left stick.
But you can also just use the D-pad and quickly go up and down through the items and look at those.
That's cool.
So I could have used the loot filter. I just didn't turn it on because I just wanted to see all the different types of gear in this game.
Getting used to everything. Yeah.
Exactly. I was still getting acclimated.
Okay.
And honestly, maybe up until Act 9, maybe up until the last act of the campaign, I was still finding viable blue and yellow gear.
Well, that's cool.
Because I was eventually specializing into fire damage, into these different things, there might be a yellow piece of gear that's better than a legendary I have equipped.
Oh, okay.
And that's, again, pretty impressive for a game like this to still care about low-level loot.
I mean, Diablo 4 does that really well now, so that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love to hear that.
I want to spend a second talking about the end game.
Okay.
Because it's this system called Echoes, and I think it's a really beautiful, kind of unique way of structuring an end game. Diablo 4, remember the initial pitch was, we have 60 maps, or 60 dungeons spread across the map.
Yeah.
So go play those, I guess. Or we'll add activities piecemeal over the course of seasons. Here you get this thing called the ecosystem. So it's basically a constellation of these bite-sized maps, which are part of a dungeon or part of a location you played through already in the campaign. And they have different new objectives stacked on them. They have new combat modifiers. So you play through a fun icy one. And then you get, if you don't die and you get through it alive, you then get a big stack of currency and you get a chest with a bunch of treasure in it. And then you go to the next bolt on the constellation and you go to a desert. Like, there's variety built in. You can specialize and you can target, oh, this map, this echo is going to give me a bunch of gold. I need that right now. This one's going to give me new shoulder pads. I need that right now.
Nice.
This one's going to give me a dagger. So even within all of these nodes, because the more you do, the more of them open up, you can target farm what you want for endgame.
It's nice to know, what you're getting into, because by the time you get to endgame, you want to be strategic. You want to be like thoughtful about, okay, why do I want to engage in this thing? What kind of thing am I going to get out of it? So that's nice to have some direction, not just like, play around. Like, it's nice to have, like we talked about in our Diablo 4 coverage, to have like a checklist or like some kind of direction or structure for endgame. I find really helpful. I don't like when it's just, free for all, figure it out. Like, I don't really enjoy that.
And once you do enough of these echoes, you unlock what they call like a main story echo, which then lets you complete this kind of overall ecosystem map in the end game.
Oh, cool.
And once you do that, you get some new ones. So it's enough of a ladder that you still feel like you're making progress and getting new challenges. But boy, after 25 hours of blitzing through this game, getting accustomed to it, and then just getting locked in, I immediately want to restart this game with every other class.
Wow.
Every other class.
That's really exciting.
And the campaign's still expanding. I haven't even touched the seasonal content, to my knowledge. I haven't seen any dinosaurs yet.
All right.
I think that's starting next week. Anyway.
Okay, cool.
There's so much more here. This is such an incredibly exciting, promising hybrid ARPG that, I mean, the sky's the limit here. This is the Goldilocks of everything I love about all these other games for the past 10 years.
Do you know when it's coming to console?
I couldn't find a specific release date.
Okay.
So I'm not sure
Okay,
yet. I don't think there's been an announcement.
Okay, because I don't play on Steam Deck, listener, if you don't know, for many reasons, but mostly because it's too big for my small hands. It's just too. I'm just a girl. I can't hold it up. No, but Cam doesn't let me touch his technology. That's really what it is. But also, I just prefer to play on console. Like, and I have like my Switch. But anyway, so okay. Well, I'm excited for when it comes out. I'm really excited for you that you get to keep that you want to keep playing it over and over. That's so exciting.
I will say, if you have just tried this game, the first location was my least favorite.
Oh, okay.
So the first impression was not great.
Okay.
But after that first like half hour, I was incredibly locked in.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Last Epoch.
That's so exciting. Well, listener, if you've played this game, let us know what you think of it. Do you have other ARPG recommendations? What other kind of thoughts do you have? We'd love to hear, to keep the discussion going. If you're on YouTube, comment below, like, subscribe, all that jazz.
What do you think this takes from those other ARPGs? Do you think another one of them puts these elements together better? What's your Goldilocks ARPG?
Absolutely. And if you want more of our discussions about ARPGs, we have, as Cam mentioned, 1 million episodes about Diablo 3 and 4. We also have a couple episodes about Path of Exile 1 and 2, as well as many other games here on the show, including games that I have also played. It's just not this one. You can also check out all of our other episodes. We talk about movies and TV shows and books and all sorts of things. We talk about fantasy. If you love fantasy, you probably do if you love this game. We talked about all of Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones
Even
and
more bonus
The Witcher.
episodes on the Patreon of all of that stuff. Games included, $2 a month. You can support the show, get 2 new bonus episodes, and access to the entire back catalog of bonus content.
And of course, if you would like to engage, support even more, check out Cam's latest book, Lemon Tarts in Space. It's a light sci-fi, dark comedy. It is basically Friday the 13th meets Flubber. It is Monty Python meets Alien. It is so much fun and crazy and fun to read or listen to, because did you know it's also an audio drama? If you love Cam's voice, check out the audio drama. He stars in it alongside our good friend and occasional co-host Tristan, who we mentioned in this episode. So this is a real full circle moment. Thank you so much for listening. We'll catch you here in just a few days with another brand new episode.